So welcome back. We're going to attempt our very best attempt at be as detailed as possible. I better hear a good ass explanation for these. Oh god, here we go. Lost World is interesting. I've never played Lost World, so this is going to be difficult. This is our Sonic the Hedgehog tier list for Sonic games. I will be as best as I can to explain these. Best as I can. So the game we were just playing, Sonic Jam, right? It is the first real look at what Sonic would look like in a 3D world. It's the first time you'd ever see Sonic roll around in a fully polygonal 3D universe for what it is. It also includes 4 incredibly good games, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and Sonic & Knuckles. So it's difficult to say what this is for the value you're getting, right? For the value you're getting, it's hard to even put it at a B, because in terms of that era, it wasn't like it was the 15th or 16th time we've seen Sonic games on a compilation disc. This is like, honestly, this is like one of the first times. The Genesis had a couple compilation discs for sure, but this is like, the first time we'd really see it happen on a different system, and you're being able to play the Sonic games in a really, 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 really advanced way. So I like Sonic. It's like a Nintendo Sonic game. Okay, I can kind of see that. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite Super Mario All-Stars, but it's pretty damn good. So I would say it's a B tier. Sonic Jam is B tier. Wait, Sonic R is somewhere on here, isn't it? I gotta include Sonic R. Sonic Runners, Sonic... Where the hell is Sonic R? Sonic... Rivals, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Mean Bean Machine, Sonic... I don't even see Sonic R on this. That's really weird. I see like everything new. Sonic Chronicles. Anyway, we'll come back to it. If I can't find it, we'll add it or something. But Sonic 3D Blast. So this is a difficult one, not necessarily for me. So, but it's because I think you and I, Pickle Friction, we have very different opinions on this one. Because you prefer the Genesis version, I prefer the Saturn version. I love the CD audio. You like the game music on the Genesis. And it's more impressive for a Genesis game than it is a Saturn game. But it suffers in a couple ways. Like, obviously, I think that if Sonic 3 had save points where you can save the game and come back to it later, Sonic 3D Blast absolutely desperately needed save points. Or at least a password system. The fact that it didn't is what really, really makes me struggle with this game. So I put Sonic 3D Blast in a C tier. It's not an F. It's not as good as Sonic Jam, but it is a good enough game in its own right to be like something playable that I would recommend as a very big change of pace. Like, it's very different than any other Sonic game that came prior to it. So, both very good though. I agree with that. C, ouch. Hey. It's about where I'd put it. Now for me, S tier is like the absolute pinnacle of gaming. Like, S tier is something that's very challenging for a game to get. A is excellent. A B is really good, right? And a C is average. And I think of Sonic 3D Blast as just an average game. There are no sequels to that game in particular. It's the type of game that's got more of a fetch quest to it, which is something that I internally despise. I hate games that don't allow you to continue going somewhere until you collect all the things. Then you put them in the hoop and you do the little... You jam on the hoop and you do the swing around it, and you go on to the next area and you collect 15 more guys, and you jump on the hoop again, and I just wash, rinse, repeat too many times. I hate that. I want to go through a stage and just beat it. I don't care if I don't find everything. Okay, if I don't find everything, great. That sucks that I didn't find all the looms in Rayman 2, but it didn't punish me for not finding them all. It was like, oh, you found 35 out of 50, you still beat the stage. Congrats. Sonic 3D Blast will make you find them all until you can get through it, and that I just dislike. So, Sonic & Knuckles, I am and this one says Wonder and Knuckles. I don't know what that is. It's if it's a mod or if it's an imported thing, but I would sit that and C as well. I was not a big fan of Sonic & Knuckles. Now, obviously, the technology of it all, with Sonic and Knuckles was amazing. It was an experience. It was very, very cool to see it functioning, locking on with other Sonic games. But the thing is like, as a standalone game, to me, it is a C. It is, in my opinion, it doesn't do much new. It is nowhere near as good as 2 or 3. As a standalone game, it's fun and it's cool, but it's like a slowed down pace, and it's not. I'm not saying that I'm a dumbass and I just need to spin dash and roll through the entire stage, because while I do tend to enjoy that quite a bit. Hold on, what's going on here? Well, I do tend to enjoy doing a majority of that in Sonic games, because it's just fun to kind of shut your brain off and just go balls to the walls and just run through shit. I also enjoy some of the strategy points. I just didn't think Sonic and Knuckles was it didn't offer enough new, and what new it did offer, it was pretty slow to me. So C tier. I have a very different opinion of Sonic Spinball. I don't think it's as good as Pickle Friction does. I don't know where you'd be putting it, probably A or B. I'm going to put it on D. I think it's a below average game. It's not a very fun pinball game, and it's definitely not a very fun Sonic game. I don't really care for the controls. Not to say that I even really understand them very well. I probably just didn't spend enough time with it, but I will leave it there because that's just where I think of it. And maybe I need to spend more time with it, and I really need to like invest some time into it, because it's probably a better game than I gave it credit for, in all seriousness. And I think the exact same thing of Knuckles Chaotix. A D tier for it is really shitty to say that, but I just don't understand what Sega was doing, and this is almost like the beginnings of the downfall of the Sonic franchise. Like, this new platform, they have this new game system, and it's not like it's a bad game in its own right. It's not like it's I'm trying to think here, because imagine a game where you're like you're cuffed to someone else, and you had to use the momentum between the two characters to like get to certain areas. It's just clunky. It's, in my opinion, not very fun, and it does have really pretty graphics. It really uses the 32X's blistering speed and its ability to do lots of scaling and 3D effects and stuff. It's pretty cool in that respect. Probably put it in low B or C for Sonic Spinball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit below you in most ways in a lot of these. But I promise you, it does get better. It does get better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love Chaotix at all. I was puzzled to see that was the game they were coming out with on 32X, because really all they needed to do was do a souped up Sonic game, and that would have been so easy. Alright, so then we have Sega's jump into their last console craze, the Dreamcast's Sonic Adventure. This is a great game. It was great memories that I have with it, so it's a little bit of nostalgia here talking to, probably. Seeing Sonic for the first time in 3D was mind-blowing, and then to see that the game itself, while it does have some control issues, it's kind of clunky here and there, but it's really, really fun. The fetch quest type levels aren't the best, but the fast speeds. You say Adventures is a D? Yeah, you're crazy. I love Sonic Adventure. I put it as an A tier. Sonic Adventure has issues for sure, but the game overall is incredible. The presentation's awesome. The music is amazing. The graphics are fucking phenomenal for the time. It was like, it put it. A is absolutely insane. You're wrong, Pickle Friction. You're wrong. Sonic Adventure was a great game. I say A tier, and I put Sonic 2 right next to it, because I love Sonic 1 Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 games on the Dreamcast. I loved those games. I liked the overall presentation of the entire concept of what Sonic was. Like the VMUs, being able to put the chows or the KOs on your Corn has issues, Sonic Adventures barely functions. I will go as high as C. No, I say Sonic Adventure's an A. I love it. And that might be some nostalgia in there looking at it. And who knows, maybe if I replay it, I'm like, what the fuck? I am crazy. Because these scales don't set in stone. Nothing's like rocks. Nothing's here forever. But I do enjoy the Sonic games. I loved putting the KOs on the VMUs and playing with them and like leveling them up in a similar like Tamagotchi style, and then coming back and playing the game with those like souped up. We will have 06 coming up soon. 06 is great. How could you dislike that? Sonic Generations, I really do like. I'm putting that in B tier. That one is a game that I think is kind of one of those where they righted the ship after a bunch of really weird 3D games, and that Sonic Generations came after Sonic 06, and it kind of gets back to the style of like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, but it adds in a lot of the side-scrolling stuff. And this one, I believe, was one that was like remastered recently, wasn't it? They did Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors, which I think are two of the best games in the Sonic series that were the 3D ones. Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations are two of the better ones. Honestly, Sonic Generations is probably a better game. I don't know though. Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations have their issues too. It's really like, it's weird because which ones are perfected. Sonic Adventure was the first one of that, and the fact that they still struggle with some of those play control issues is kind of crazy. But Sonic and the Secret Rings, I remember being really, really excited for this on the Wii. I got this on the Wii, and you have to use waggle controls, and you tilt your Wiimotes forward to run with him, and it's basically just a racing game / kind of action game, kind of fast inputs and real-time events type thing. It's about as bad as it gets, but there are worse, so I'll say a D. It is not a fun game. It has really strange, funky controls. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it at all, Sonic and the Secret Rings. I was really disappointed. I got that for the Wii, and I was really stoked to play that on the Wii. It's not good. Sonic the Fighters is a weird one because it isn't really a true Sonic game, but it's a fighting game for the Sonic franchise. It's kind of got that early 32-bit / 64-bit game engine that Sega was pumping out for a while there. I'd say a C tier. It's fine. It's average. It's fun to play around with for a little bit. If it had been like an add-on for like Virtua Fighter or Fighters Megamix or something like that, like put the Sonic characters into it, that would have been like really fun. And yeah, it's a pretty good one. S tier, Sonic 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I think, is like the embodiment of what a perfect Sonic game should be. It's like freaking amazing. This to me felt like when you were playing all the Mario games and you're playing Mario 1 and Mario 2 and whatever, and you know the Game Boy had Mario Land. When Super Mario 3 came out, it was like, this is the perfect Mario game. You know, they've perfected it now. They know how to make amazing Mario games. Well, Sonic 3 was that for me because I thought Sonic 3 had like updated graphics. They introduced a really cool character, which somehow Sonic every game was introducing really cool characters. Like Sonic 2 had Tails as your buddy. Sonic CD had Metal Sonic. And then Sonic 3 had Knuckles, and it was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, you're trying to, like, as you're playing through the game, you know, Knuckles is kind of fucking with you, and you're just like, dude, what is going to happen here? Is this guy going to join me? Are we going to, like, figure out what we have to fight him? Or what point? It was good. It added interesting story without any dialogue. There was really cool gameplay overall. I love Sonic 3. I think Sonic 3 is the pinnacle of what Sonic games should be. And Sonic CD is, to me, is A tier. It is so good. It's got like the perfect style of gameplay between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. It doesn't incorporate a lot of what made Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 great, and that's why I'm putting it in A tier instead of S tier. But it's like the best of what that early CD 16-bit CD-ROM games were best at. It had crazy ass special bonus stages that it didn't matter which Sonic game you were playing, they were all fucked up. Like Sonic 3 had the best ones, I think, with the on the sphere, and Sonic 2 had some pretty fun ones with the ramp or the whatever you want to call it, the tube. Shoot the tube when you're running down that. That one was really fun. Sonic 3D Blast actually has a really good tube area too. That's actually really fun on the Saturn version. is good, and so is the Genesis one too, I believe, but I haven't really played that much. But Sonic 3 had the best one with the sphere. But Sonic CD has these like Mode 7 stages that are like pseudo Mode 7. It's kind of to look like Super Nintendo, but it's crazy. It's a really good one. I love Sonic CD. And I say the next one up is Sonic Colors. I put that right next to Sonic Generations. It reminds me very similar of each other. I really liked Sonic Colors on the Wii. I have it on the Wii, and I play with like a classic controller style. And but it has some really wonky controls. Like Sonic Colors goes from being amazing and like some of the best imagery you'll ever see in a game. It's so beautiful, and it does really good stuff with the 2D and the 3D kind of mix back and forth. But then there's some super fucking wonky shit that puts it below Sonic Adventure. I'm being serious. Like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, for what it's worth, like there are some of those annoying stages where it's like you're Knuckles and you're digging around in a cave and you're like, I gotta find 7 jewels to move on to the next area. And then the next level is just you literally holding up and just blasting through mountains like with Sonic. And it's just so fucking fun. I don't know. I have a blast with it. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, I don't even know where to put this because I think it's as good as Chaotix, but maybe not. And honestly, I think Sonic 06 goes down there. It's a D. It's a D tier because as good as what Sonic 4 could have been is basically exactly what Sonic Mania is now. You know, Sonic Mania is so fucking good. And Sonic 4 could have been that, but it was stupid. And they tried to split it up into episodes, and just a stupid idea. The gameplay wasn't very fun. They messed it up with a lot of really goofy, slippery 3D, pseudo 3D. Sonic 4 Part 2 is where it's at. I couldn't even imagine. Part 1 is just repeated shit. I can't even imagine. I couldn't get past Part 1 to ever try Part 2, and maybe that's an error on my part, but they need to re-release it as a whole thing then or something. But Sonic 2 is S tier. Sonic 2 I fucking loved. I think it's got some of the best music I've ever heard in a video game. It's got some of the best stages I've ever heard in a video game. Just skip Part 1. You can just skip Part 1 and go into 2. Is it even worth it? I'm being serious because after having Sonic Mania, do you really need to have Sonic 4 Part 2? Like seriously. Meh. I just can't even imagine. Why would I? Sonic 4 D because Sonic's 06 goes into F tier. It is one of the worst games I've ever played. It's buggy as shit. It is inexcusable for where technology was at the time, and kind of a timestamp and to see where Sega was because they released unfinished garbage for what the Xbox 360 and the PS3 era I think it was, and the fact that they even just called it lazily Sonic the Hedgehog instead of just calling it something different. It's been 19 years since this piece of shit came out, and it's just awful. Like they should have fixed it, or they could have done whatever. I don't know what they could do with it, but it's not good. I can't, and that's honestly Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, is kind of the beginning of when people just said like, oh, Sonic games fucking suck. Because at least Sonic Heroes was fun. At least Sonic Heroes had some good stuff, and at least Shadow the Hedgehog had fun moments. Sonic 06 is just trash. It's fucking garbage. And that brings me to Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes, I think, is an average game. Goes right in the middle there with 3D Blast and Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic the Fighters. Like, it's not as good as Sonic Generations or Colors, and it's definitely not as good as Adventure 2. But Sonic Heroes plays enough like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and it's got a lot of similarities to those two, where it feels like it could be considered Sonic Adventure 3. You know, they could call it Sonic Adventure 3 Sonic Heroes, or Heroes Sonic Adventure 3, or something like that. It could have been something that I feel could have been a part of that series, and it is. It's kind of the continuation of it all. The only bummer for me is Sonic Heroes came out on the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, and it never came out on Dreamcast. So, and that's not the only reason why it's not as good as Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. It just isn't. It's a fun game. It's a very good game. It's a very average game. It's got really great moments, but it also has a lot of the issues that the Sonic 3D games have had before it. So, Sonic the Hedgehog 1. and this is, I'm just counting the Genesis version here. I love Sonic 1. It's the one, obviously, the game that started it all. It's like, I think Sonic 1 is A tier. It's a fantastic game. Went toe-to-toe with Mario. It's got everything, you know, that you would want in a game. To be a mascot, to go up against, you know, whatever. You know, to go up against Mario and this fucking dynasty. So it's kind of hard to say Sonic 1 isn't A tier. It's a pretty goddamn good game. There's a lot of stuff in here that I am not familiar with after this, but let's skip over to what we know. I wonder why it says Wonder the Hedgehog. Was he known as Wonder the Hedgehog somewhere else? Anyway, Sonic Mania, I'm going to put as A tier as well. I've played through, this will be a good look into Mr. Turbo's mind. Oh, how's it going, McClar? Sonic 1's a C? You crazy. You crazy framed. How's it going, McClar? How's it going, my brother? Yeah, we decided we're going to do a tier list tonight. This would be a good look into Mr. Turbo's mind. So yeah, I went S tier in review. S tier Sonic 2 and 3. A tier Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic Mania. I was just placing Sonic Mania because I love Sonic Mania. I really do. And it's one of those games that's like the first one in a really freaking long time that's been able to get above like a B tier or a C tier. And I was just happy to see it be a 2D side-scrolling Sonic game that didn't fucking suck. I did not like Sonic 4. I just didn't care for it at all. And Sonic Generations, I think, had a very half-assed attempt at doing the 2D stuff with the 3D stuff, because the initial concept of Sonic Generations is that you're going to play 2D level games, or you're going to play 2D levels, and then you're going to have 3D levels, and it was going to go back and forth. But really, it just tries to kind of do both at the same time, just like Sonic Colors did. Sonic Colors is the same shit. There's like parts when you're flying through shit, and then it does the side-scrolling stuff, and it's weird because like Zelda, the Link to the Past, the Trials of the Past, or whatever, the one on 3DS, like that does better 2D and 3D like connections and transitions. It does better transitions than Sonic Generations did. And you think about Crash Bandicoot games had the, you know, you're mainly running towards the camera or against the camera, you know, you're behind it, and then once in a while it would flip to these 2D scenes where you're running side-scrolling. Like Crash Bandicoot did better transitions between 2D and 3D than Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations is just fine. It's a B game, you know, it's above average. It's fine. Mania's a solid A, you agree? Okay. Yeah. I love Sonic Mania. I've actually never finished it, and I've gotten really close to the end, and I really do like it. I really do like it. So, all right, and then we've got what I'm going to call, and I can't tell what it is. It looks like Sonic. It looks like maybe Master System. I can't really tell what it is, but it will say Sonic on the Master System. I do not think it is as good as. I'm one of those people that are in the business of it's not as good as the Genesis one. Sonic 1 is awesome on the Master System, but I've never considered it as good as Sonic 1 on the Genesis. So I'm going to put it here in B tier. It's definitely above average. It's as good as Sonic Generations, Colors, and Sonic Jam, whatever you want to say. Sonic Jam is a really hard one to place because it is a compilation of a lot of really great games. So, yeah, Sonic Pocket Adventure. This is a really cool game that has like a lot of. It kind of pays homage to a ton of really great Sonic games. It's got stages from Sonic 1, 2, and 3 in it. And it's got the music in it is amazing, and I just love playing it on a Neo Geo Pocket Color. It's the first Sonic game that came out on something other than PC or a Sega system, and I want to say it's A tier. Sonic Pocket Adventure is kind of like this tribute to everything Sonic, and it's not like the game, or it's not like the Game Gear Sonic games that were like really scaled down. Yeah, I don't know. The covers are just, they were in this thing. It's 134 Sonic games is what it says. It's create a Sonic the Hedgehog tier list. So I don't know. Their bootleg covers are not very good. But But it was a precursor to a lot of stuff, and so I really like Sonic Pocket Adventure. That's probably rated way higher than most people would say, because it really is just a lot of like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 in certain areas and stuff, and there's no Tails in it. It's very bare bones, but I loved it. I think it's a really good game. And I will only review one of the Sonic Advance games. I know that's 3. Shit, I thought that was 1. Because there's Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3. Maybe we'll come back to it. I don't know Sonic Adventure 2 on the Master System, so I apologize for that. We did Sonic and Knuckles already. Yes, we did. We did Sonic 1, 2, and 3. There is Sonic Unleashed, which I think this one was not interesting to me. It's what Sonic Adventure 2, and then Sonic Heroes and Sonic Unleashed came out after that, and then we went to like Shadow the Hedgehog, place and all that shit, and it's below average. I don't think it's nearly as good as the Sonic Adventure games, where it has a lot of really crazy stuff with transforming into the Beast and all that stuff, and I just couldn't get into it. Not a fan. I don't know a lot of these other ones. I really don't, so I'm in trouble with some of these other ones. Let me look here. I don't know Sonic Chronicles, the 3DS one. I don't know why Sonic Advance 2 and 3 are on this list, but not 1. I was going to just review Sonic Advance 1. I like that Unleashed was willing to try something new. The Sonic parts are mid, though. Dude, yeah. Trust me. At that point, Sega needed to do something different, and they tried. They tried doing something different, and it just didn't turn out very good. I don't know Sonic Drift on the Game Gear. Sonic Racing, like Sega Sonic Racing or Sega Sonic Racing All-Stars is really fun. But I don't know any of the phone games. Sonic Jump, Sonic Fever. I'm not going to review any of that. Sonic Karts. Sonic Fishing. Good grief. Super Sonic Racing. Although I do love Sega Sonic and Sonic All-Stars Racing. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't see Sonic. Oh, wait, no. I think this is it. That it says Wonder 3 and it looks like a really stupid picture, but I think that's Sonic the Hedgehog Advanced, which I'd say is average. It's not as good as the Pocket Adventure games. It's like if you took a souped up version of Sonic and made it on like the Neo Geo or high end like 20 meg plus Super Nintendo. Sonic Fever is hot garbage. I don't even know what that is. There's so much new Sonic shit that I just don't know what any of it is. It's crazy. I don't know. I could put Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on here. That's a fun game. There's nothing wrong with it. I'd say it's above average. It's Puyo Puyo, So, I mean, Puyo Puyo is fantastic. It's just as good as Kirby Avalanche on the Super Nintendo. It's just as good as Puyo Puyo CD on the PC Engine. Good games. Good game, bro. Good game. Yeah, I don't... It's difficult for the Sonic 3D games because of where the series went. Most people consider Generations and Colors to be two of the better ones. I consider Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 to be the games that started a new 3D franchise that I really wanted to see go somewhere, because Sonic kind of got his attitude back, It's a mobile game from 2014. Think Temple Run, but less fun somehow. Good grief, that sounds rough. I don't know Chronicles. Sonic Chronicles. Sonic Lost World. Oh, Sonic. There's Sonic All-Stars Racing. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, that's Transformed. So I personally love... Now, I'm going to put S tier. Sonic Racing, the one with the karts and stuff. That was a 360/PS3 game. I fucking love it. Sonic Racing Transformed is also a very good kart game, but I'm going to put it all the way down to B tier, and only because I think they took away a lot of the features in the original that came out on Transformed, and I don't think it's as fun. They lost a lot of the features. Some of the tracks aren't in the first one aren't in the second one that were in the first one, and I don't know. I just had problems with it. I enjoyed the first one better. It just had a better feel for it, and also when you unlocked things, it wasn't like pay to unlock things. It was just you unlock things. And I remember unlocking like Ryo's forklift from Shenmue, and like all these stages and all this stuff from different different Sega games, and the also the references were super obscure. I thought, yeah, the Sonic Sega and Sonic All-Stars Racing are great games. Sonic Drift is on this. It's so weird because I do not see Sonic R. And I will tell you in all seriousness that Sonic R is like probably a D tier game, but I still have such a soft spot for it in my heart. Like, I love it still, even though I know it's not a very good game. Like, it's just not. But the music is amazing. It was the first time seeing Sonic in 3D. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Sonic Rivals, I don't know. Sonic and whatever this thing is, I don't know. There's a ton of games. Most of the rest of these I don't know. So I think I'm just going to stop there. Sonic Shuffle. Oh, that's the... Oh, Sonic Shuffle is the board game on the Dreamcast, right? I know that one. We used to play that one quite a bit. It's basically a Mario Party knockoff. It's average. It's fun. There's nothing great about it. There's also nothing terrible about it. Sonic Shuffle was alright. And then some of these are Pico games. Sonic Spinball. We already ranked Sonic Spinball. Must be like the Game Gear version. Oh, that's Sonic the arcade game. I could put that up there. I know that one. I've played it on MAME, and I've also played it at the Galloping Ghost in Chicago. That's fun. Well, I mean, it's to some extent fun. It's not exactly amazing. It looks cooler than it actually plays, so I'd say it's average. It looks really cool. What about Shadow the Hedgehog? Shadow is on here somewhere. Let's see. Shadow. Where did I see Shadow? Here he is. So, I do think Shadow the Hedgehog is okay, but only like average okay. It's not as good as Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors, but it's definitely better than Sonic the whatever this one, the bad one, the what's it called, the Search for the Ring or whatever, Sonic Chronicles the Ring or whatever, or oh sorry, Secret of the Rings. And what's this one? Oh, what is this one? Sonic. What the hell is that? Why can't I tell what it is? Am I stupid? Oh, that's Sonic Unleashed. I think it's above Sonic Unleashed. It's above Sonic and the Secret Rings, but it's not as good as Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors. It's somewhere in the middle. Shadow the Hedgehog. It is. It's ridiculous. It's like, and I have it on like multiple consoles. I have it on Xbox and GameCube, I think, or maybe it's Xbox and PS2. But yeah, it's so ridiculous. You give Shadow the Hedgehog a fucking gun, and he runs around in a pretty traditional Sonic game with a gun. Don't know what to say more than that. It's interesting, but I think that's my tier list of Sonic games. I think those are the ones I understand, and like I said, I would put Sonic R in D, and if I could maybe make a couple spots that are maybe in the middle, you know, I might find spots like a plus. You know, I'd probably put like Sonic Pocket Adventure and Sonic Mania in A+. But if there was a S tier plus, Sonic 2 is my favorite Sonic game ever made. I just think it's the perfect game. Has issues still, but it is the perfect Sonic game. I think it's just perfect. Sonic 3 is like that's S tier number 2. It's Sonic 2 and 3 are the best two games. And then it goes, you know, the Sonic Racing game is kind of cheating because it's really good, but it's not a Sonic game. And then you got like Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure, the original Sonic, Sonic Mania. Like, those are such good games. An awful game on the Wii U. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, the most broken Sonic game ever. Where's the damn fourth Chaos Emerald? The Sonic Boom, the Rise of Lyric. I do recall that one. I can't believe that they fucked it up that bad. I've never played Sonic Boom, but I do know Sonic 06, and Sonic 06 is a broken piece of shit, and it's pretty much ruined any of my interest in playing new Sonic games. Like Sonic Lost World, no idea. Sonic, all of the crazy side-scrolling ones. If you've never played it, I'll treat you sometime. It's incredible. Another awful game on the Wii U. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. Can't wait. Wait, isn't Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, wasn't that a Wii U exclusive for a little while too? Or was it always a exclusive? I guess I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And everybody was like, "Oh, cool! Wii U is getting its own game," and then it fucking sucked. So it's like, oh, that's great. That's great. Sonic Rush was a 3DS game too, wasn't it? That's not on here, I don't think. Oh, unless that's what that one is. Sonic Rush is a really good one. Yeah, we could put that up there. Sonic Rush is really good. That's B. That's B tier. It's interesting too because Sonic Advanced and Sonic Rush on 3DS and DS are such good games, but they weren't very safe good games. Like, they were very good graphics, incredibly, souped up graphics. The music in Sonic Advance games were nowhere near as good as the Genesis ones, though. Like, nowhere near. But they were good games. They were good, safe Sonic games. Like, pretty fun, right? But there's my Sonic tier list. I think that is that's where we're gonna leave it. That's where I'm gonna leave it. I don't know a lot of these other ones. Not very well, at least. But yeah, see, that's what we're doing. Oh, can I share it on Facebook? Did it, is it generating an image? Alright. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that crap. Alright, cool. Anyway, that is my Sega Sonic the Hedgehog tier list. I think I included just about everything that I can think of as far as Sonic games go. If I missed it, Sonic tier list. Yes, my dude. I think that is pretty much everything that I can think of in terms of the Sonic series. I will post that on GameHuggers, facebook.com/GameHuggers if you are interested in checking that tier list out. I would say this is a pretty safe bet on some of the best games ever, at least in the Sonic universe. But until next time, folks, YouTube world, we'll talk to you guys later.